Hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of Esea Premiere, where we've got our last night of the regular season, our last matchup of the regular season covered here on stream. It's going to be between Mythic Reborn and Extra Salt, and, well, it's already getting underway, so we're going to be hopping into game here in just a moment. Hang on, John. Take it away.
Yes, sir. Here we go. It looks like Bomb's already going to get domed over at Banana. Sonic getting the headshot with the Glock. Then he finds himself a second on ZNF. So the B site has already been softened, but Mythic were stacking it with 4 players. Only 2 remain. You have Adren behind New Box and Davey playing Dark Corner. Can they do the damage? Adren, no introduction needed for him. He is going to get 1. They don't clear Dark Corner, do Extra Salt, and Davey's going to get a couple as a result. That makes it a 1v2 unwinnable here for JoJo. He's going to pull out the P2000, try and tap away towards Dark Corner. Sees one, doesn't hit any of his shots, but the bomb hasn't been planted yet. Now he hears it going down, but he's still going to slowly creep around this corner from CT. See if he can spot one out. Oh, Sonic with the drive-by headshot from the USPS. Gives himself a 4K, and Extra Salt open this one up with a bang.
That they do. That they do. Sorry, I was just fiddling with a little couple quick production things.
All good.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it, folks. Everything's fine. I am your button pusher tonight, so fear me. Fear my observing. So we're going to see what we can do here over on the old buttons. Looks like we're going to get some aggression towards Banana early on. There are 3 players here for Mythic, so a little bit of a stack. Just a UMP on the other side and a couple deagles, so nothing to be too afraid of. Let's see, they have any smokes on this site? They do, actually, quite a bit. A lot of utility on the hands of Adren, and we also know his deagle can be pretty fearsome at times. So that's perhaps one of the riskier spots to test on the map just now. Is that nade going to find anyone? Yes. No. Bang dodges all of the damage coming out from that HE. And Extra Salt, they're going to take some map control. They're going to take the banana control. They're going to have players in towards apps, and they're getting away with it completely scot-free. No damage taken in turn. Utility bled out from Mythic. This is a very good start to the round.
Yeah, Extra Salt have 2 players up mid. One is going alt mid, actually already in the apartments. That looks like it's Marky with the Galil, excuse me. As JT gonna peek around this corner, waiting for the smoke to dissipate. Mythic have 2 players on the A site.
Faking
now
this.
3 on B. Yeah.
Cross smoke thrown. There are 3 players still here. If they come out and take bracket control, it's gonna be a world of pain for JoJo. He spotted them. He's backing out, but the rotation's not on just yet. Don't know quite how much he saw, but they're playing it with a little bit of hesitancy. All right, now the deagle's coming back through. Adren needs to connect these shots if he's going to get his team something to work with, and, well, he's not. So now pressure onto the players on site. We got Davey in the pit. We got JoJo on the site. Someone's going to have to come up strong. Well, Davey does connect for 1, but that's going to be all she wrote. Bomb's going down. This round, most likely over. A decision to make now for Mythic. Do they want to try and threaten in and take another gun or 2 out of the hands of their opponents, try and risk it, or do they want to keep this setup going into the next? Might just set up for some exits here. Think that's what they're going to do. And then see if maybe they can't keep these deagle armors into the next round.
Yeah, they're playing pretty cautiously. They're probably just waiting for someone from Extra Salt to walk by them. You see a Dren in library, at least momentarily. Now he's going to back off into CT. And Extra Salt, they don't want to lose their rifles either. Well, one with an SMG, that's Fang. Because they don't have any money in the bank to reinvest. They will after they get this round victory, of course, but they won't get utility if they lose the rifles. So enough about that anyway. Let's talk about this map. Uh-oh.
Mark just dropped off the server. That's unfortunate. Not going to be able to save that gun because he has been vaporized by the internet.
They picked it up, though.
Paul's going to come in. They do get his Galil instead of the Mac 10 they had. But Marky, please return him to us. Oh, mysterious internet gods.
Yes. But Mike, we have a chance to talk about the map now.
All right, let's talk about the map. Let's talk about the veto.
Yeah. So first up, of course, we have Inferno, which we're on right now. And Inferno is going to be interesting. Mythic actually weren't that bad on it last season, but this season, and in the last 3 months in general, they just can't find a win here on Inferno. I think a couple of them were, one of them wasn't that close, but they had a couple of close matches that they still couldn't come out with. So they're 0-3 on it, 31 rounds for, 48 rounds against for a -17 round differential. Then you look at Extra Salt. A bit of a mixed bag there, too. They have a winning record, of course. 13 games played, 8 wins, 5 losses, 185 rounds for, 173 rounds against for a +12 round differential. But, Mike, those 5 losses came against, I believe, pretty tough competition.
Yeah.
And then next up, we have Oh, it's slipping my mind, Mike. I know
Marky, we've got
overpass
Vertigo
lives.
next. We got Vertigo.
Vertigo.
You're painting a very rosy picture about how Mythic was going to take Vertigo.
Yes, I was.
I don't agree with you, but paint the rosy picture, and I'll paint the slightly darker storm cloud to follow it.
I will. I will paint that rosy picture. Look, you have Davey, who is very, very good on Vertigo historically. In fact, when he was replacing, I think it was Calm at the time briefly, Vertigo was their map. They were amazing on it. They're 3-1 on it over the last 3 months. Pretty solid. I would say it's still one of their strongest maps with a plus 22 round differential, but extra solid. Looking on the other end, 5-0, undefeated, 80 rounds for, 44 rounds against for a plus 36 round differential. I still think Mythic's going to put up a really good fight. I know you might disagree with me there, Mike, but it should be, at least in my opinion, a very tightly contested match.
Now we should have some time to continue talking because nothing too interesting is happening. There's a little bit of a bedroom poke.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. We're watching JoJo get a scout, a Zeus kill. Nope, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right, back to talking about the map. Here's the thing about Vertigo. Here's the darker storm cloud from Mythic's prospects. The win they've taken have been, I'm just going to pull them up here so you know exactly who they've beaten.
Yeah.
They've beaten the Headshot Kings. Don't know who that is. GGPR, we know them. Watch this. Comprehensive wins over the two of them. That's good. They lost an overtime game to Secret Club way back in January. Now, you flip the script. You go over to Extra Salt, who are 5-0 in the last 3 months on the map. High Coast, Pain, Pain again, Rebirth, Triumph. Very different caliber of competition. Even, I mean, it's still in NA, right? So we have the qualifier for these type of matchups, but it's the best of NA that they've been beating on Vertigo.
Yep.
You really don't want to play Extra Salt on Vertigo.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you. We'll see. I think Mythic can always surprise, which is, yeah, it is. I think they're a team that you never really know what you're going to get from them night in and night out, which is why they're so exciting, I find.
Ooh.
So maybe we'll see.
Ooh, the nade from ZNF. Ho-hoo. JT and Fang down and limping. It's a hospital ward here at Banana. Need to roll out the stretchers because these guys have been torn to shreds.
Jeez.
We'll see. They might even still go on, and it wouldn't be a bad read, but those nades were handy. Still, they're going to do what we've seen from them so far, which is you take your default, you get some control towards apartments, you get control top Banana. Very straightforward, very simple, no muss, no fuss. OC's even got the angle in towards site so they can't cross back even if they want to. He's going to smoke it. OC, Balls of Steel, is going to walk out beyond it. He's got the read on ZNF's position. He's going to get the first kill. Does he realize where Flom is? Nope, but the flashbang is so good that he has time to adjust to it. OC. So good. So let's talk about it. Do you have OC stats over the over this Premier season? Because he is
absolutely
so dang good right now, John. Talk to me about OC.
Of course I have them, Mike. OC.
Of course.
13 maps played, 282 frags, and this is the most impressive stat, plus 105 kill to death differential. It's insane. 21.7 frags per map, a 1.59 KDR, 93.5 ADR, number 3 in the league as Sonic's gonna headshot JoJo. A lot of damage being taken by Extra Salt, by the way. 4 players below 20 HP, so maybe someone can pull something off for Mythic at least after this bomb explodes. Maybe get a few frags on the board, but at the end of the day, it's still gonna make sure. But yeah, let's get back to those stats. 27 3-kill plus rounds for OC. That includes 8 4Ks, tied for number 2 in Premier in that stat category.
He good. I was watching a little of it's server time before the show sometime earlier today. Was catching up on some of those episodes, and they were talking about OC and his development over the last 6 months, a year in this roster, and just how ridiculous he is. He does feel like the new great NA hope. You know, we've had a few of these move up. We got Floppy and Zepp on Cloud9. We got Grim playing on Liquid, Junior on Furia. OC's now the guy who's next up, perhaps.
For sure. And I'm looking at, I don't want to bring it back. Well, we'll get back to it. I just want to talk about Cloud9, but we'll get back to that as it looks like something.
Well, Extra Salt's higher on the HLTV rankings than Cloud9, so I'll bring that up. I'll just drop that here real quick. That's a fun one. That's been a point of... That happened, what, Monday? It's been a point of great amusement for many. Oh, JoJo has the angle. He's going to get tagged. Good flashbangs. Really nice flash usage. That's another fun thing that OC does. I don't know if the stats back it up, but he is one of the more effective flashers in North America as well, in addition to being a ferocious player.
I mean, Yeah, he is a good flasher considering flasher. Sorry, that just sounds funny.
He's
funny
in
to
a
me.
trench coat. He's in a parking lot. Oh, they're going to go up on the logs. It's only ZNF here with a deagle. Now he's got support. There's a second player there. The Molly's going to push players into him. This could work out. Connects a lot of shots. Not quite the killing blow. I think Martin's spotted. Oh, that's a good kill for JoJo. Now they got a rifle. If Davey can hold up for one here, this round is winnable. She's got to get one. They should know he's somewhere back here. No, OC doesn't. They've forgotten. They don't realize. Free kill for Davey. Now they still got to plant the bomb. There's only 20 seconds to go. Sonic's going to kill. They're going back into the fight. Fang has to go forward. Sonic's going to hold up on the flank. This is the battle that matters, and Fang does it. Not much health to spare, but they dismantle Mythic in what was a very rough situation.
That was very tough, but Sonic holding the fort on the flank, getting the 2K, making sure his teammate had the space to engage with the player on the site and extra salt. Undefeated so far here on Inferno, sitting at 5-0. Mythic gonna have another rifle buy up here. 2 M4A4s, 2 M4A1Ss, and the AWP. Mythic, one of those rare teams that runs the M4A1S. I personally think it's quite viable considering the fact that it's superior from us, and the price isn't too bad. You can get it pretty quickly. You don't have to save for too long when you have an M4A1S in your pocket.
It's an extra flashbang every round that you buy it.
Exactly.
And I mean, with the the AUG coming a little bit back into popularity. When you want the better rifle, just buy the AUG. If you've got money, if you're cash rich.
I'm surprised the M4A1S hasn't picked up more, but yeah.
Players like comfort in a lot of ways. And you know what? If at the end of the day you're gonna get nice shot for Fang, as I'm talking about something else. If you're gonna get 9 out of 10 kills as opposed to 8 out of 10 kills if you have the A4 equipped, yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Sonic gets another entry, and the bodies are just starting to drop as we're watching the wrong site. We're watching the wrong duel. We're watching the lurker. The site take is on. Do they know Davey's here? They know Davey's here. He's now alone. First one's gonna clear him out, but OC is immediately there with the trade. You could see it on the X-ray. JT was even looking for him, waiting to plant the bomb until they knew he had peeked. And that's what we have. 6-0 for Extra Salt. This is about what was expected. What's a little less expected, perhaps, for Mythic is 2 of their players have yet to crack the board. Got some hard-boiled eggs here for Flom and JoJo.
This is tough, and yeah, obviously the Mythic did not have a fun time against the Bad News Bears a couple of matches ago, losing 3-16 on Dust 2 and 6-16 on Inferno. I think they're hoping not to have a repeat right here against Extra Salt. But Mike, to get back to those flash stats, typically OC's your second best flashbang thrower to avoid saying.
Who's first on their team?
It's actually JT.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Big brain
JT's,
Johnny.
Yeah, he's been their top average enemy flash time.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mag 7 play. Mag 7 play, baby. Sonic's gonna get caught out. That's a second rifle now down. 5v3 suddenly on the cards. Life getting dangerous here for Extra Salt. They might just press on forward. ZNF trying to catch the lineup. There's a player in the smoke. Flom's not going to be able to do that. Now they know where ZNF is. Molly goes in. Can't go to new box. Actually didn't land. It did not land correctly. Good shot for ZNF. He's burning now. Eventually he's going to die. That was inevitable. All right, 2v3. This is winnable for Mythic. JoJo wants to go through the smoke ahead of his teammates. They're going to flash for him. He's going to be able to deny the plant. That's nicely done. Now we'll see. He has so much work to do, and Davey's going to catch him just as the smoke fades. Mythic on the board, and it's in a pistol round 2, John.
Yeah, it all starts with a swag 7 from Davey. Never underestimate the swag. He gets up to 8 frags, and he's leading the squad. Still a Flom, which is really surprising to me, who hasn't found a frag yet. He's a very prolific fragger, capable of doing it with the rifle and the op. Yeah, Adren. So Flom and Adren are sharing the op duties this season, Mike. If you look at the stats on the season, Flom has 116 op frags, sitting at number 11 overall, and Adren has 87, sitting at number 16. So I believe it's map dependent at this point. And on CG side of Inferno, it's usually Adren that's going to be the main op, or maybe if they go for the double op, Flom will pick it up.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, it's very unusual for us in a season, but this is actually the first Mythic game that we've gotten to cover. Usually we see a whole lot of these guys in a Premier season, but with the changes to the broadcast, we just haven't gotten them into the stream very often this season, and it's nice. It's like a comfort view, you know. Oh, Fang. Oh, Fang. Just shredding them again and again at the top of Banana here. They're leaving him as a lurk pretty much every round, and every time Mythic tries to take some control, he just denies it. He's so good. Ooh. Pulled up the map there by accident. My bad.
How dare you?
How dare I indeed. They had control all the way out to Arch. They're going to just fall back into a B hit. This is not a bad read because you see Adren had to float back to deal with that Arch presence knowing that it was there. I think it was heard from JoJo, so now they're going to come into sight and there's not really going to be anything that they can do about this. In fact, Flum might think about the save. Fang backs into his angle. I think expecting a flashbang perhaps, or still having eyes on towards New Box. So one kill might coax them in, but you see they're slow on the rotate. Now they're starting to move through. No one coming down Banana. It's going to be a very straightforward play. And with the bomb planted for Banana, JT will be the insurance policy.
Yeah. Flom breaking the ice there. Finding his first kill on the match. That could help him rally for a few more. 4v4. Probably going to go for it. I mean, they have a smoke and 3 flashbangs. There goes one of the smokes, or one of the flashbangs. The final smoke. Mark is going to get one. Sonic a second. Flom finds his second. Trying to get a third on the board. Knows one's that dark corner. And he will find it. Adren drops OC, but they're out of time. They don't have time to defuse this. Despite that, they at least got some frags on the board. But JT's going to survive, and his team will pick up that round to take a 7-1 lead.
Sonic's having a nice start here. 10-4 through 8 rounds.
Look, Sonic is having an incredible season for himself. It's just when you have a player like OC, often you get overshadowed. But man, he has 236 frags, which is, I think, about 40 below OC, which is crazy. Plus 46 kill to death differential, which is also very impressive. 1.24 KDR and an 85.2 ADR. He's also sitting at number 5 in Premier in 4Ks at 5. So, I mean, Sonic's having a great season. OC just having an incredible one.
True. True. And when both those guns are firing, it's very tough to stop this team. Especially, you're going to see it on their Inferno CT side. Sonic is actually going to be the primary when it comes to the AWP. He plays in towards mid. OC holds down the B site. They actually get that ult for him. Second, Flom needs to get this trade. Can't do so. Can't lose his life to Fang here. Whoa, very awkward engagement. He's going to run out of bullets. That's the limitation of the A1S. And he does eventually get found, so Fang, that flashbang is perfect. It lands right in Davy's face. Adren will take a kill back elsewhere. But he is going to be able to find Fang, but OC's there for the insta-trade as Utility tried to come out. That was denied, so B's been lost. Cross smoke will go down. They'll get this plant, and it's now a 2v3 that is an unenviable situation. They got no road back in. There's still a lurker and Marky just chilling the apartments, making his home here. He'll need to get back around to B so he can at least help out. But for now, he controls the rotates. Make sure they're going to be coming from the right direction. I don't even know that they want to go for this unless they get this hot pick. They're not exactly inching forward. They do have a kid on JoJo, so they got a little bit of extra time with both players in the church. I don't think this is a good move. Yeah, they're going to back away. Too much time's gone off the clock now. They're even going to be pressured into. OC gets the trade on one. Can Adren find this last shot? He can! But he doesn't have time. He also doesn't know that there's no one left on site.
I'm surprised Marky's not hunting a little more aggressively, knowing that they're decided to just hang back on the A site.
He expected the player to run into him,
Maybe.
thinking that he'd be chased from sight. It's not a bad read.
No. We have a match pause here. Extra Salt already taking the first half. They're up 8-1, and it seems like your prediction, Mike, is a little bit more accurate than mine, at least at this point. But far from over, far from over. Getting back to those flash stats to talk about JT, he's been the flash specialist over the last 3 series. He's had 75 seconds average enemy flash time, 3 maps where he's had 100+ seconds of flash time and averages 28 players flashed per map.
I mean, look, here's the reality of the situation between these two teams. This is an expected result. Mythic, they're the gatekeepers of Premier. They always have been. They've been for a long time. They're very solid, but they're not putting in the time to be a top-tier team. And they know it. They have no pretensions about what they are or what they aim to do. Any given season, it's going to depend on what kind of time availability these players have. There's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of skill. I mean, obviously, we've got Adren, who was once in the semifinals of a major. You know, there's a lot of talent here. But Extra Salt is a professional organization. They're right now at the top of NA. They just won a DreamHack Open, right? Like, they're on it. It is a tier difference in competitiveness, to be quite frank. Anything less than a pretty one-sided affair from Extra Salt would be a bit of a disappointment to them. So that's what we're expecting. If Mythic can give us a good fight here, that'll be a surprise and that'll be a lot of fun. And I do expect Mythic to be, at the very least, competitive in the rounds, because they never they don't tend to play uninteresting CS, right? They tend to make it fun to watch.
Absolutely. Probably going to take some chances here at some point, depending on the scoreline. Right now, pretty passive. You know, Mythic playing 3 players in pit on the A site. Actually, Flom and JoJo stacked up on balcony, so maybe they're going to try and make something happen. Should Extra Salt push through, and that's what's going to happen. They get 1 from JoJo, swag 7. ZNF follows up with the frag on Sonic, and this is working out quite handily for Mythic. Flom sprays down JT, leaving only Fang and OC, but Fang gets a couple for himself before going down, and now it's a 1v2, but the 1 is the only OC.
The Dread's going to post up in the library, so now OC can't get back out of the angle. He kind of wants that fight. He gets the smoke. Going to be burning, forced into Davies' angle, but he's so ready for it. A Dread comes flying through. That works! Whoa, was going to say flying through, maybe not the move against OC, but he catches him as his aim's adjusting from getting on top of the box. And he does manage to scrape it through. And that's a team ace for Mythic as well, so a very nice way for them to get on the board. Not exactly a sustainable way to win rounds. OC nearly pulls that back through. But it is a second on the board. It is something for them to work with here. The problem is their economy is going to be so brittle here, John. They have to reinvest on 4 players. If Extra Salt can break them here, well, this half is going to turn into a slaughter.
Yep. Extra Salt bringing AKs across the board. Not running that op. Sometimes they choose to do it on their T side, but this time around, it's just AKs. They want to go right at Mythic. Going for the jugular. Down Banana at the moment. Yeah, good nades being thrown by Mythic. JT, Fang, and OC down to about half health. JT a little above it at 72, but they're not stopping. They're already pushed up towards the B site. Nade's going to come through. They're probably going to throw that smoke for CT very shortly. The bomb is still down right outside of T-spawn, so you have to imagine a rotation is more than likely going to come in for Extra Salt back towards A, but they want to fake this B site and convince Mythic they're going to head here. Maybe draw one more player off A, but I mean, the way Mythic's playing the A site, one at truck side, one at pit, I think they're committed to holding those spots unless they're absolutely sure the rotation's going to come in.
I think this is a B hit. Yeah, Marky
right.
is the lurker. Right. The tip-off, we'll talk about in a little bit because the hit is in fact coming through. ZNF going to go into it, but he gets flashed full on. OC, good timing on that flashbang. Now they're going to be coming over the cross. Flom sprays down 2, catching them. And that hides JoJo as well, so JoJo's going to be able to swing, take down Sonic. Might be able to get the second as well. Just staying alive here is so critical for him. Oh, he's surviving. They're trying to dig him out. OC's getting chased down. He can't connect. The smoke stays up for long enough, but Marky comes in, and Marky just turns the table. Bomb going to be planted. 25 seconds to spare, and now Davies got to pull off a clutch against 2. Has some utility. If they bunch up in the dark corner, 1 molly in can ruin them. That's exactly what's going to happen. They can't deal with this. They have to swing. But Marky gonna play off of his teammate. Let OC go out to die so you can secure the round. A 4K for Marky. Been a bit quieter this map, but he pops off when his number is called.
That's something I really love about Marky. Sometimes he'll be the star player. He'll be at the top of the scoreboard fragging out. But other times he's quiet. You don't really notice him. But then he explodes in the moment that he's called for.
So the role he's playing for them is, you'll note, the way their setup is going is you've got 1 player who's responsible for each side of the map. Here's a rush down mid. That doesn't work out. But we've got 3 shotties were purchased up in this. 2 more still out. A Mag 7 and a Nova. Love it as a shotgun aficionado myself. I'm something of a shotgun aficionado myself. But what they do is Marky is responsible for apartments. Fang is responsible for banana. They want to take those space. They want to lurk it out. They want to see what they can get, see what they find out. And then based on that information, JT figures out which site he wants to hit, how he wants to go back. Right now, they're just holding because they know it's a push coming through. JoJo's about to die with this Nova. Nice play. And looks good for Sonic. A 4K for him, making it look polished against the shotties, and they are going to find double digits. But that's just, it's what you're going to see develop in every round, right? We're always seeing Fang towards the top of banana. They want to take that real estate. We're always seeing Marky take the ground in towards apartments. And then once you have those 2 factors, once you have that kind of control, it opens up a lot of possibilities about where you want to go.
Absolutely. But the possibilities for Mythic, on the other hand, are closing right now with Extra Salt winning that round. You talked about it, Mike. It really spelled trouble for them a couple of rounds ago when they went down 10-2 in favor of Extra Salt. Could be curtains for Mythic unless they can come out with something here on this round, because even with the full loss bonus, they won't have a full buy-up in the following one should they lose here. And Op, 2 M4A4s and 2 M4A1Ss coming through for them. 3 players leaning towards that A site, 1 at our side, 2 towards truck side, and Extra Salt appear to be pincering in towards mid.
What's different here is that we've had the utility come out from Mythic to take this aggressive banana control, and as a result, we've got Fang playing T-ramp instead of playing up at the top of banana, and that does limit options for Extra Salt. You're seeing him fall off of it now. This is a much more telegraphed play. We'll see if Mythic can capitalize on their information. Not quite. Davey misses an opportunity. Gonna have to drop a smoke just to keep himself up, keep himself alive. Can't take that sustained. He'll play the angle. Actually gets quite a bit of damage off of it, so nice lineup there for Davey. But now the execute in towards site is going to come. The pit player's critical here. JoJo needs to put in work. He gets the first. Only one. The Opera finds one. Meanwhile, Davey on the site is doing damage, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a 2v2. And this does favor the T's, provided Marky's looking the right direction as they come around the corner. Now he spotted them. He sees one. Does he see the second? Get the reload, get his teammate into position. Does Fang want to swing on this? No, he's just going to play off of him. There's the swing. There's the kill, and this should be done. They know where ZNF is. There's not much he can do about it. It's a perfect crossfire. If he tries to deal with one, the other's going to pop out, and Marky doesn't have to give him a target. This requires a mistake to be made, and Extra Salt are not the team to give you one. It's a full house play for Fang and Marky, 3 and 2 respectively, and an 11th on the board for Extra Salt.
Perfect play by Fang. I mean, you mentioned it. He could have swung around and tried to catch one off, but instead he's patient, plays the long game, waits for them to come to him, and then gets the headshots he needs to. Use Marky as bait, but not in a bad way, right?
No, the
he's
correct
waiting
way.
for them. Exactly. Waiting for them to focus entirely on Marky, and then gets one, and OC catches off Davey, who was just trying to throw some quick utility down mid and back off, and he did not let him retreat fully. Now OC spots out Adren, sprays him down, continuing to walk onto the site, finds himself a third,
Why do I
and at the
spectate
same time
anyone other
JT
than
got
OC?
ZNF. I know, Flop's gonna get taken down by JT, and Extra Salt are on cruise control, 12-2 in their favor. This could be a 13-2 half.
I say that, but actually, Fang's sitting at 16-7. Sonic's at 15-8.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous right now. The ADR's got to be through the roof as well. This is just the first half ADR. We've got 125 for Sonic, 121 for Fang. Woof. What do you do against that?
And that's the thing. I mean, Fang's a great player too, Mike. He's been a top fragger on other squads, and he's not doing that. Doesn't have to do that here, but he can come out and completely destroy the opposition as well. So you have Fang, you have OC, you have Sonic, even Marky, who can come out and do the damage. JT, maybe not as much, but still.
Oh, he gets the shot, gets away. They're
Yeah.
chasing him on the log pile. He needs to escape here. Wants to throw one more nade. That may have been a bit of a mistake. Now ZNF's kind of caught out. ZNF's committed in towards the half wall. They're throwing flashes. They're throwing smokes. He's going to be able to take one the second as well.
Okay.
ZNF sticking around in the fire. He is feeling A-okay. Good damage done even into the next. And now it's a 4v2. This should certainly be winnable. There's not even really utility left for Extra Salt, a single smoke to work with. Certainly Mythic should be able to get this third round. Let's see if they can manage to capitalize. They've even got control of the bomb. Everything is working in their favor. Everything. Oh, we're going to get a boost up. Who's getting on whose head? Marky's up on top of the log piles, on top of the JT. Does have to give an audio cue to get down off of it, but it was worth a shout. A third player now here. A volley dunk, going to force Marky into the angle. Marky goes down. Now it's all onto JT, and he just didn't have the health for that fight. So that's going to be a 12-3 half for Mythic. At least some sort of consolation prize on the end there, John, but it's not much.
It's not much. I mean, we saw flashes from ZNF, who, we're going to talk about him a little bit. He came back and rejoined the squad. Wasn't supposed to play for Mythic this season, and in fact, didn't play last season because he wanted to focus on school and his mental health, which is totally respectable. But they needed a fifth due to the fact that Daft decided to step away from Counter-Strike permanently. He retired. He's gone. So, yeah, ZNF came in, and I do love watching ZNF play. He's an excellent player, seasoned in Premier. In fact, it is his 11th season in Premier, which to me is... Yeah, exactly. So, he's a great player. And he showed it there in that last round, you know, with that nice 2K from the two players that were trying to sneak into the smoke. But yeah, right now it's all Extra Salt. They're doing all of the damage here, Mike.
It follows expectations.
Yeah.
It really does. This is what we expect to see.
We are seeing those flashes from Mythic, and hey, Flom was rocking the op in that round. Maybe that was the secret. That was the missing secret sauce, was putting Flom on the op instead of a trend.
Having I mean, it wasn't really even so much whose hands it is,
No,
and it's just where it was off
Yeah,
towards B. They didn't have that to enforce some control towards Banana pretty much all game long. They didn't really ever have an opportunity where they could get the double op on B there.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do on their T side. Try and throw a wrench into the plans of Extra Salt. Taking a bit of extra time here to talk things over. But, yeah, I mean, what can you do?
Not much.
It's tough.
To be fair. All right, so what are we going to see here from Extra Salt? We're going to see... Oh, she's the B anchor typically. I don't know.
Sonic plays mid with the op. Yeah,
Sonic
I think
plays
OC's
mid
on
with
B.
the op.
Yeah.
OC's on B. I'm trying to remember who his duo is. I think it's JT. OC
It
and
very
JT,
well could be.
And then I
Yeah.
think the other two. I'm curious where they put Marky. I'm curious what Marky's doing. Because MOTM was a big boundary pusher for them. He's the kind of guy who likes to get aggressive a lot of the time.
From what I recall, Marky plays around arch side and he rotates. He's the rotation.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but yeah.
That sounds realistic to me. Let's see. We're going to get a little bit of peek here down mid. Got USPs. We got 4 players here initially. There's James coming through the door, and JoJo, he's going to collect on the first. Gets traded, and the swing from the bedroom, well, it's not great. Now everybody's hitting the dirt, and just like that, this round is likely over. Adren, see if he's got some of that special sauce. Somehow recovers from turning his back to his first opponent. Unfortunately, there's 2 more to find on either side, and so swinging into the hall, he'll be shown to the door. 13th round for Extra Salt, and this CT side will likely be mercifully quick.
Yeah, it could be. Mythic are obviously going to force up because, yeah, you're down 13-3. You got to try something. 4 Deagles and the MAC-10 coming through, along with 3 smokes and 3 nades. Maybe some nades going to be tossed up mid here to try and catch off someone, but no, they're going for the banana push instead. The nades go down banana, don't connect on anything at all. As Extra Salt were playing a little more passively, they were using their utility to keep Mythic at bay. A good Molotov.
JT just spotted an ankle. JT just spotted an ankle. Davy's not getting away with this one. Just a hint of an ankle. It's enough to get him excited. So we get the blood pumping there, John. Now ZNF in towards the tunnel. Be a take towards B. They're flashing their way back in. The Fama spray goes a little wild, as it is wont to do, but OC's there for a cleanup crew. Just mops him up, sweeps him away. Even finds bomb, but he's not even going to react to it, because he's going to back off, wait for a teammate to join him. ZNF is left alone, holding his deagle and wondering where it all went wrong.
Well, this round pretty much done and dusted. ZNF trying to get something. Okay. Headshot on Marky. Doesn't have the bomb, but, you know, we got him from us, yeah. 49 seconds left to try and do something. And look at Extra Salt. They don't even care about the bomb. They're just chasing the kill. And JT gets the headshot with the MP9. That's going to be that 14-3 in favor of Extra Salt. And just to talk about the type of success that Extra Salt has had recently, Mike, DreamHack Open, March 2021, up against Pain, who are going to be our premier team next season. There is no doubt in my mind. And they're playing really high-quality Counter-Strike, that Brazilian squad. But Extra Salt dismantled them in 3 maps. I say dismantled. They were close maps, but they didn't give a single map to Pain. Inferno, 16-12 win. Train, 16-13. And Mirage, not necessarily a strong map for Extra Salt, but they still took it 16-14. That's how well they are playing right now.
And the thing is, this is a Pain team that had just taken down Liquid with the obvious asterisk that Fallen playing on 150 ping, but still. Ooh, OC, he's alone, and that actually does work. He gets overwhelmed. Almost thought he was going to be able to line up the spray on the second in just classic OC fashion, but this time at least they will silence him. This bomb's going down. It's going to be left to JT in the clutch. Time for JT to shine. He's creeping around. Here comes the peek. He found the first. Doesn't expect the second to be there. They're playing the same angle, and that's nicely done for Mythic. They are on the board here. First gun round pays off for them. And there's not a lot of money in the bank for Extra Salt, so they're going to presumably have to take an eco here. Maybe a couple Deagles. Sonic could throw a shotgun around if he doesn't want to save for the AWP, but I expect them to be quite conservative.
Yeah, Extra Salt is a very conservative team. Okay, never mind.
All right, they want to get this done.
They do. That's not a usual call from Extra Salt. I've seen them
No.
save with like 3.7k on 3 players. So
Yeah, I mean that's a we're up 14-4 and we
Yeah.
expect to win this call. Probably having some fun in the comms. They're like, hey, you want to try with shotguns? Yeah, why not? Why not? They got with a shotgun at least 1 or 2 rounds on the first half, so you can tell maybe Sonic's like, all right, it's my turn. My turn.
Where's he playing?
He's playing right by apartments. Yeah, we're watching. We're on Mag 7 cam here. We'll have to pull away from it though, because Fang's getting shot at.
Oh, and you got the
why did I
frag when you
pull
pulled away!
Why did I pull away? Oh no! I knew I should have trusted my instincts. He gets the Mag 7 kill. He gets the upgrade. Suddenly they're on notice. It's going to be a B hit. There's a player up on flower pots. So the question becomes, do you check flower pots? The eternal question. One up by oranges. Another player out towards coffins. This is a pretty deadly setup. Even considering the limited weaponry. Flom needs to be good here as an entry. They're not going to smoke the cross, but Fang doesn't care. He's still going to kill them. OC gets one more. We know how deadly he is with this MP9. Now they're trying to clear in. The reinforcements are on their way. And there's Sonic. That's the problem with not smoking the cross. It's all over.
Oh, man.
It started with a shotgun in the apartments. It ends with an AK-47 on B site. Map point found for Extra Salt. And, well, Mythic, they could not hold up against the Force 5.
That was a nice, juicy, close to mid-range shot with the Swag 7 that you missed too, Mike. Wasn't too bad. Nice shot coming in.
Why do you gotta make me feel bad about it, John?
Because I have to, Mike. I had to
Tempting
rub
the
the
people with
salt
what they
into
missed.
the wound. I have to rub the extra salt into the wound.
Here we go from OC. Sorry I can't be as good as Otto. Aggression down mid, they're just sending it. They're just ready to be done. They're ready for Vertigo. And they are making this a quick one. Speed running final round. It's all on to ZNF now. And they've even seen him. They're even chasing him into the tunnel. JT doesn't want to slow down. He's got his WP glued down. He's going to go flying through the air. It's going to work. Marky actually got the kill. But that's going to be the round. That's going to be the game. That is going to be it, folks.
Wow.
Our faces come back on screen. It is about what we expected. We're going to be headed on to Vertigo soon. John, was there anything to really break down or take away from that, or was that pretty much to the script?
To the script. I mean, I was kind of hoping Mythic would bring a little bit more. Typically, they're a team that can really give you some trouble on Inferno, but won't necessarily be able to close it out. A lot of overtime matches in the past happened with past Mythic rosters. Not necessarily this one here, but still, they have the core there. This time around, though, Extra Salt just too strong, and they took it. I mean, there's not really much to break down. They played their game to perfection.
Yeah, well, we've got Vertigo coming up next. That is Mythic's map pick, but it's a really good map for Extra Salt. So,
Yeah.
Godspeed, good luck. Obviously, they'll have a little bit more of a game plan, presumably, headed into it, but I don't know how much it's going to be able to hold up to what's going to be a very strong T side coming out immediately from Extra Salt, presumably, as they actually, I don't know what they'll start on. We should know. Let's see. Oh, they're
I'm
starting
guessing
CT.
T.
They're starting
Really?
CT. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Vertigo's the one map where we sometimes see teams favor the offense, but they'll start on their CT side. They'll go comfortable early on and let Mythic try and do what they can. We are going to take a break here, folks. When we're back, more Premier action. Map 2 between Mythic and Extra Salt. We'll see if Mythic can put up more of a fight